Good morning, children. Okay, so yesterday's class, we discussed about types of sets, isn't it? We discussed about types of sets. We discussed different types of sets such as subsets. Okay, and we started with universal set. What is a universal set? What is a universal set? Universal set is what we wrote. Can you give the definition, Vinay?
A set consisting of all possible elements which occurs under consideration is called a universal set.
Yeah, a set consisting of all possible elements which occurs under consideration is called a universal set. Okay, consider all the possibilities, all the sets. That means we consider a set which is bigger than the set, considering all the elements in the set. That is what we call it as universal set. And universal set, we always denote it by U. Okay, universal set is always denoted by the letter U. Okay, now let us do one example. Write the question. Example. What universal set would you propose? Sorry. What universal set would you propose? Sorry. Would you propose for each of the following? What universal set would you propose for each of the following? First one, set of all right triangles. Set of all right triangles. So if it is set of all right triangles, which is the universal set you will propose here? We want a set which is bigger than this, isn't it? So what is the universal set you can give? Yes, right. What is the universal set? Give the universal set. Means we want a set which contains all the right triangles. Yes, Pranav, you're coming with some idea. Tell me.
Triangles, figures,
Yes. Yes, children, shall we continue? Okay, we are discussing about the universal set. Okay, universal set. Okay, you are given with a set of right triangles. Which is the universal set you will propose here? Which is the universal set you will propose? It is a right triangle, isn't it? So you suggest one bigger set.
Set of all triangles.
Very good. Okay, you can take it as set of all triangles. Okay, set of all triangles. Children, we can link this with the vessels in kitchen. Sometimes your mother will be arranging a small bowl in another bigger bowl over the bigger bowl. Is or no? Sometimes mother will be arranging the spoons. One small spoon, over that she will keep a bigger spoon. Likewise, arranging of tumblers. Okay, glass. One tumbler, over that she'll keeping another tumbler, like that. Okay, that is our, okay, that is, you can consider as a subset. One small set, you'll considering another set. Again, you're considering another set. Arrangement of plates you can consider. big plate. Over that you are keeping a smaller plate, smaller one, like that. Okay, so here it is given set of all right triangles. The universal set we can consider as set of all triangles. Okay, suppose I am giving the set of all squares. Set of all squares. What is the universal set you will propose here? What about the universal set? Yes. What about the universal set?
Set of all quadrilaterals.
Very good. You can take set of all quadrilaterals. Okay. If I want still bigger one, what we can do? We can take set of all polygons. What is a polygon? What is a polygon? Polygon. Polygon. What is it? Polygon. Poly means many sides. Okay, a closed figure made up of many straight lines only, we call it as polygon. So if you want still further, a bigger universal set means you can give set of all polygons. Okay, for triangles also we can write like this. We can write a bigger set, more than that. Okay. Now write the next heading. Is it over? Is it clear, children? Is it okay? Pavitra, Akshay Varghese, Abdul Aman?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. 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 The next one is, write the next heading, power set. Power set of a set. Power set of a set. Power set of a set. Okay. Suppose A be the given set. Listen, children. Suppose A be the given set. Then power set of A. Then power set of A is given by, okay, we denote this as P of A. We denote that as P of A. Power set of A denoted as P of A is collection of all subsets. We consider collection of all subsets of A. We take all the subsets of A, all possible subsets of A. That is called the power set of A. What is a power set? Collection of all subsets. Okay, first let's go through one example. After that, once again, we can learn the definition. Look at the example. Okay, suppose I'm taking the example here, H. Suppose I'm going to visit a home. I'm going to visit a house. Suppose there are 3 members. Father is there, mother is there, and one child is there. Okay, imagine. Yeah, okay. Father is there, mother is there, and one child is there. Okay, when we visit the home, what happens? I'm writing the power set. Okay, power set of H. Okay, one day we are planning to visit it. When we move there, when we go there, what happens? Suppose no one is there. So imagine no one is there. The house is locked. Then it is empty. No one is there. Is or no? Sometimes when we visit, only father is there. Or sometimes only the mother is there. Or sometimes the child is there. Or what is the next possibility? What is the next possibility when you visit? Yes. What is the possibility? Next possibility. Sometimes, okay, sometimes all the 3 may have gone out, or sometimes father is there, or only mother is there, or only the child is there, or father and mother is there, isn't it? Child may be he has gone to school, or mother and child will be there. Father has gone somewhere. Then father and child will be there. Mother may be went to market or somewhere. Then sometimes when we go there, all the 3 will be there. Okay, so look at here. So these are the possible subsets. These are the possible subsets. How we are writing the possible subset? First we are writing empty. Okay, we are writing empty. Then we are writing set containing one element, each element. We consider F only, then M, then C. Then we are considering subsets with 2 elements, FM, MC, FC. All the possibilities over. Then we write the subsets containing 3 elements. Is it okay? Is it clear, children? How we are writing the subset? Is it clear? Now look at here. What is N of H? What is N of H here, Pranav? What is N of H?
N means
N means yesterday we
number of
yes,
elements.
yes, very good. It is number of elements in H. It is otherwise called cardinality. Yesterday we discussed this one. Cardinality. What is meant by cardinality? The number of elements present in that set. So what is N of H? Look at here. N of H is 3. What about N of P of H? What is number of elements in the power set of H? What about number of elements in the power set of H? Count and see how many elements are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is it 8? 8 means we can write this as 2 cube. 8 means we can write this as 2 cube. Okay, so this is how we write a power set. Listen, what is power set? It is the collection of all subsets. We write all possible subsets of the set. Here, H is a set containing 3 elements, F, M, and C. Okay, F we compared with father, M with mother, and C with child. And we are writing no one is there, only father is there, mother is there, or child is there. Sometimes father and mother is there, or sometimes mother and child will be there, father and child, or sometimes when we visit, all the 3 will be there. We consider all the possibilities. No other set is possible here. No other subset we can write. We considered all the subsets. And all the subsets only we call it as power set. Okay, power means all possible subsets. Write down this one, children. First you write this one. Is it okay? Any doubt in this part? Akshay Varghese, is it clear? Vinay?
Yes, ma'am.
Krishna Gandhi?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, write this one. Finished? Now look at the definition again. What is power set? If A is a given set, then power set of A is denoted by P of A. Power set of A is denoted by P of A. What is P of A? Collection of all subsets of A. It is the collection of all subsets of A. Okay, so write down this as note. Okay, this will be asked for 1 mark question. If n of A is m, if number of elements in A is m, if number of elements in A is m, then n of P of A will be, number of elements in power set of A will be 2 raised to m. If number of elements in A is m, then number of elements in power set of A will be 2 raised to m. Write this in a box, mark it. It is an important 1 mark question. Based on this, you will get 1 mark question. This power set is an important topic. Mark it as important. Okay, power set Yes, children. Okay, I can continue. Okay, there's a power failure. That's what. Okay, all of you, please turn on your video again. Turn on your video. Okay, I think we are discussing the power set, isn't it? We are discussing about the power set. So, what is power set? What is power set, Akshay? Power set is
Collection of all subsets of
Ah.
A.
Collection of all subsets of given A. Okay, suppose you are given a set like this. Suppose A is equal to the set P comma Q. Okay, instead of father, mother, and child, suppose you are given a set like this. A is P comma Q. What will be the power set of A? Try this one. What will be the power set of A? Try this. What is your answer? What will be the power set of A? What happened, Roseanne? Very late today.
Ma'am, there was net problem.
Okay. Power set means, Roseanne, listen. Power set means we write all possible subsets. Okay, what are the possible subsets? We write all the possible subsets. Okay, so here A is a set containing two elements. So what are the possible subsets? First we write empty set. Without, okay, empty set is a subset. So empty set. Then we write set containing one single element, one element, P, Q. Then we can write set P comma Q, set containing two elements. Is your answer correct? Check your answer. Abdul Aman, is it correct? Okay. Vinay Varghese, is it correct? Okay. Okay, this is an important concept, children. Power set. Power set is collection of all subsets. Okay. Now write the next heading. Next heading is Venn diagram. Next one is Venn diagram. Venn diagram. Okay, what is Venn diagram? The relationship between the sets. Okay, suppose we have some subsets or sets. The relationship between the sets can be represented using a diagram. Okay, the relationship between the sets, we can represent it using a diagram. And that diagram, we call it as Venn diagram. Actually, it is given by the mathematician John Venn. John Venn is the mathematician who gave this concept. He introduced this. Okay, so John Venn, what he did, he used rectangles for representing the universal set. He used rectangles for representing the universal set, and the sets, subsets and all he represented it using circles. Okay, what is a Venn diagram? It is a diagram which gives the relationship, which is used to show the relationship among the sets. It is given by the mathematician John Venn. Okay, and in this set, we use rectangles to represent the universal set and circles to represent the sets. Okay, for example, first of all, listen this, children, afterwards you can write. Okay. Suppose you have the universal set. U is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A is the set containing 2, 3, 4. And B is the set containing 1, 3, 5, 6, 7. How I will represent it? Listen, children, listen. First, I will draw a rectangle and name it as U. I'll draw a rectangle. Okay, then I'll be drawing one circle. Look at here. In A, we want the elements 2, 3, and 4. Okay, in A, I want the elements 2, 3, and 4. Now, you compare the set with A with B. Is there any element common? Is there any element common for A and B? Yes, tell me, is there any element common for A and B? Is there any element common? Look at here, 2, is it present in both? No. What about 3? Is it common? Yes, tell me, children. Yes or no? Can you hear me? Is there any element common in both the sets? Roseanne?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. There is an element. Which element is common in both the sets?
2, 3, and 4.
No, I'm asking about the two sets, not with the universal set. Universal set means a set containing all the elements, isn't it? If you look at the universal set, that set will contain all the elements. It's the biggest set. Now you compare A and B. Among these two sets, A and B, which element is common?
3.
3.
3. So how I am drawing this? Look at here. I'm drawing the set A and B. 3 is common. Look at this portion. Is it common to both? If you take this part, this shaded part, it is present in A as well as in B. So there I mark the element 3. And look at the other elements in A, which is not present. It is 2, it is 4. So now if I take the set A, in A we have the elements 2, 3, and 4. Is it okay? Is it okay? Now take the next one. Suppose I am taking B. If I represent the set B. Look at this B. In B, which are the elements we need? In B, we need 3. Already 3 is there. Then 1, 5, 6, 7. Okay? So we represent the universal set with U and the subsets as circles. Now look at the elements in U. In universal set, which are the elements there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 is there. But 8 is not present in both. So what you can do? 8 you can write outside. It is not in A, it is not in B. But it is present in the universal sets. Is it okay? Is it okay? Is it clear, children? Is it okay, Krishna Gandhi? What's your doubt? Yes. Is it okay, children? Okay, so this way of representation, representing the set using circles and rectangles is called Venn diagram. Okay, this way of representation, we call it as Venn diagram. So in Venn diagram, the universal set is represented by rectangles and the sets are denoted using circles. Write down this one. Copy this one. This is an example of Venn diagram. Okay, how to draw a Venn diagram. Is it okay, children? Is it okay? Hmm? So what is Venn diagram? Venn diagram is the representation of the set. Okay, it is a representation of relationship among the sets using rectangles and circles. Okay, now write the next one. Write the next one. We can do one more example. Can do one more example. Write down. U is equal to the set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A is equal to set 2, 3, 5. B is equal to 2, 4, 6, 8. C is equal to set. C is equal to the set 2, 6, 8, 9. Represent this using Venn diagram. Represent this using Venn diagram. You have to represent this using Venn diagram. How will you represent this? Okay, how to represent this, children? How will you represent this? First, you have to draw rectangle, isn't it? We'll be drawing a rectangle. Okay, first I'm drawing one rectangle. Okay, so the rectangle represents the universal set. Okay, the rectangle represents the universal set. Now I want 3 circles, okay, because we have 3 sets. Okay, now look at here. Is there anything common for A, B, and C? Is there anything common for A, B, and C? We
No.
have 2. Yes, we have 2 is common. So all the 3 circles will be intersecting. A, B, and the next one. Okay, so look at here, 2 is common. So this is the part which is common to A, B, and C. It is 2. Look at the part containing 2. It is common in all the 3 circles. Now compare A and B. In A and B, apart from 2, there is no common elements. So in A, we have 3, 5. And B, we have, look at your children, with B and C. With B and C, which are the common elements in B and C? We have 6 and 8. So look at here, where I am writing 6 and 8. 6 is common for B and C. 8 is common for B and C. So this is the part which is common to B and C. Okay, A and C, nothing is common. Then, so 2, 3, and now fill the elements of B. So which is left out? 4. And C, we have 9. And 1 is not present in any of the sets. 10 is not present. So this is how we represent. Okay, this is a universal set, the set containing the elements, 3 sets A, B, and C, and we are representing it with the diagram. We are representing in the diagrammatic form. And this diagram, we call it as Venn diagram. Okay. Finished? Is it okay? Completed, children? Krishna Gandhi, Rana?
Yes, ma'am.
So, we learned how to represent a set in diagrammatic form. Okay. So now we are going to learn, okay, how to compare, how to relate two sets. Okay, if you are given with two numbers, we know how to add, how to subtract and all. Like that, suppose we are given with two sets, what are the different operations we can do? That's what we are going to learn in the next period. Okay, what are the different types of operations are there with the sets? If you are given with two sets, what are the things we can do? Okay. So the next topic is set operations. That one we can discuss in the next period. Okay. With this, I conclude the session. Thank you.